Hey everybody, Weem here. Welcome back to Medieval Engineers. I'm kind of just getting things started. I was on here a little bit ago, kind of threw a chest in here. I don't think anything's in here, right? No, I just made it. And I threw a corner piece on here. Sook and Destroy suggested that I put a corner piece up. I think I asked if this is what they meant, but I just put it in anyway. I may put a door here, and I threw a chest in here, threw some excess stuff in there. So that's pretty much the only change. I wanted to just show that really quick. Right now I'm carrying a bunch of sticks and some food. I just made 2 bits of food. I ate one of them. And what I want to do is step out here and kind of come up the hill. So that's the inn. We just wrapped that up for the most part last episode. Lots of little things to do inside, I think. And you guys had some great ideas of things to do in there. But we're going to hold off on that. It's time to kind of shift gears, at least for this episode. And what I want to do is I want to think about a fort. That is something that a lot of people are asking about. Towers get asked about a lot too, and that could be kind of part of this because, well, here's what I'm thinking. I'm kind of thinking that we could wrap a wall around this hill, kind of where I'm running maybe. Not exactly this, but some kind of wall going around here. And I'm going to take a peek down there and just show you real quick that that's... Kolohe is working on a church down there. It looks like it's coming along pretty well foundation wise, so that'll be really cool. But basically run a wall around the flat upper portion of this area, maybe not all of it, but a good chunk of it, and then within that we could put different buildings, and one of those I was thinking could be a fort. So that was done sometimes where sometimes the fortress was actually part of the wall that went around an area, so we could do that. I kind of like the idea of putting a fortress like right up front at the edge of the hill maybe, and it's got the gatehouse or something connected to it. I'm not really sure. I gotta think about that some more. But I thought I would run out here before the sun comes up and kind of think about how I'm going to get started. I'm a little bit intimidated because I've had issues with walls before, putting them on the ground. In the last run that was a bit problematic for me to kind of build down. So I thought, well, you start from the lowest point then and build up, but that doesn't help when you're kind of cutting across terrain. So anyway, a little intimidated, but what I would like to do today is think about this and get started, at least with the fort. And then we can decide whether the fort is part of the wall later, unless I do put it right up front. Then I guess we have to know right away, don't we? Okay, I know it's a little bit hard to see, it's dark, but what I'm kind of thinking is the fort could go in this area here. This would be one end. This area I'm moving left to right on. This would be kind of an end. It might be rectangular in shape. Maybe close to square. I'm not sure. But let me kind of run what would be the wall of what I'm imagining here of the fort. So this would be a wall here. Then we would have the wall run along this portion. Then we could have it cut back across this way. And then we could have it go back, you know, kind of along this line-ish. And so this area I'm looking at in front of me would be the fort area. Now, what's in a fort? There's a lot of different kind of builds for a fort, kind of depending on the purpose. I'm imagining this would be less of a military style purpose, and more of like the first floor might have a great hall, for example. Maybe some tables and chairs, and just kind of stuff like that. That's kind of what I was thinking. And then the upper floor might have some rooms, maybe for, you know, visitors, stuff like that. Again, not a largely militaristically focused, does that make sense? Fortress? You get the idea. Because that's just not really a big concern, at least here where we are right now. So basically, if we did that, we could run a wall. If this, like where I'm standing might be a corner of the fort, from there we could run a wall kind of that direction, and it could wrap around and come back. And then it could connect to the fort back on this corner. And then that would wall in an area in here in which we could build, you know, a couple buildings or something. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. This just seems like a cool spot for the fort. Okay, so I grabbed a lot of sticks. I had my inventory open a bit ago. I mentioned that I had a lot of sticks because that's what it takes to kind of get the stone cube section down. And by the way, I did a lot of research recently because I was way behind. I still have more research to do, but I got enough to get started. Now, if I move this around at this angle, you'll see it wants to snap at this angle that's really not quite what I want. So I was trying to get this to where I would come off the ground, and then I could rotate it, and I kind of want it something like this because I want it to run along this edge somewhere around here. So I'm going to just go ahead and put this here for now, and then we're going to take a look at that. So that's this foundation. This would continue here. I think that's on a good line. Let's go ahead and just kind of continue this. We've got plenty of sticks. Okay, and then we'll come back across here. Okay, I'm not sure if I can get up there. Not quite at that spot or there. That's fine. Let's back this out a bit and get the torch out. Okay, so that's what we're looking like on this corner. Again, I know, hard to see, but I just wanted to get started. I kind of wanted to get some of this down before the sun came up. So I do like this. I like how this is lining up right here. I think this will work out pretty well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the rectangle of the fort. Maybe not the inside squares, but I'm going to run around and do basically the perimeter of the fort. And we can kind of see what space that's occupying. Okay, I have finished. I did have to go on another stick run. I basically ran out towards Vortac's place, gathering all the sticks I could on the way. Fortunately, they're pretty quick to go. So this is the line I've got. This is pretty much what I was envisioning. Now, it's much longer and narrower than I was imagining, but I'm actually okay with that. I think this is kind of cool. And what I'm imagining is that this could be very square, right? I could do rounded corners, but I think that makes like the best sense for the walls, like the points where the walls will change. You know, it will make a turn. Like if the wall shoots out in this direction, there might be a tower, a round tower, and then it shoots out another direction. Whereas fortresses, at least to me, in the way I always envision them, the ones I like, are very squared up, and then they're somewhat flat on the top. May have like a roof, but their four corners are, you know, bit taller than the roof as towers continuing up. And so I kind of like that idea. Maybe even towers of varying heights. So anyway, if I kind of zoom in here a bit and imagine like, okay, let's just imagine we walked into the middle of this thing, like how much space is here. I think it's pretty good. I liked the idea of maybe a great hall. And I think that this would leave enough room not only for that, like we might only need like half of this space for a great hall, in the sense like if we imagine like a long table down the middle, or if we have to do tables bumped together, you know what I mean? I think that would work. And then we could have the other side for whatever. It could be storage, a storehouse, stuff like that. And then second and maybe even the third floor rooms for various purposes. I think that could be pretty cool. And then we could do walls, like I said, from here. Maybe from here it goes all the way around, and then it comes around the edge and reconnects here. I think that could be cool. I'm liking this. I think I'm going to go ahead and fill the rest of this in. Man, I am burning through sticks. I have been all over this place. You can see there's like not any of those little trees. There's some in the distance, but oh, here's one. Maybe it's respawning. Man, I cleared a bunch of those out. And I feel like I should have more than this, but that's okay. It's a start. Now, you can see I actually have some of the stone in place as well. We do have quite a bit of stone, fortunately, thanks to the efforts of Vortac. Kolohe's been gathering some stone as well. So anyway, I've got a lot of the sticks. I still haven't filled all of this in, but I did do some of the stone kind of around the edge there. It's not much, but I don't think this will be too bad, at least from a foundation standpoint, getting this going. But beyond that, this might be a longer project, but I think the idea is that I'll probably work on this in bits. Like, I think I'll work on this a bit today, and then maybe I'll move on to something else and come back to it. I also kind of like the idea of basically trying not to plan too much. Almost like I get to a certain point like this, and then it's open. Whoever's here next, Vortac jumps on, he can just say, this looks cool, I want to do this, and just kind of build onto it. So I'm not really sure. I don't want it to be like my fort per se. It's just kind of like I'm starting a project. Anybody else can kind of continue it as they see fit. Oh, more sticks. Alrighty, been working through the last part of the night, early morning. Sun has been coming up here. You can see we're kind of running low on resources here. Let me take a peek. We've got just a few more stones. We do have some sticks. Sticks are always easy. Keep having to make runs. And I decided to go wood in the middle of this, and I've got a lot of those done. That's very easy to get those going. I'm not gonna lie, not all of these are 100%. They're hammered just enough to be visible, just like some of the stone here, but it's looking pretty good. Yeah, and I'm glad I went wood in the middle because I realized just how much stone I was going through trying to get this done. So anyway, let me show you this idea here at the end. I basically have a doorway here, and it's kind of like the skirting I did down on the end down there, but I want to do this to kind of make the towers, and right now I'm a little unsure on like how smart that is. Let me show you what I mean. If I walk down here and I want to continue to make the wall for that, I don't put it like here, for example. I actually want it like out here. So if I go here and hold shift and then rotate this around like that, that's kind of like what that would be. I'd have to be doing that to make the tower if I want it to stick out like this. I mean, the other way to do it is to take this one block in, but it would really make the towers feel like they're sticking way too far out. So anyway, I'm going to try and do this. I'll probably start building this fort from one of the corners here up and then working on the nearby walls just to make sure it kind of is going to work out okay. Okay, check this out. I kind of just decided I would work in this corner, plan some things out. Just added a few more walls. I'm going to hop down here and show you what that looks like. I think this looks pretty good. I think we can continue to do this going up, and that can look pretty cool. We could do this in all four corners. I think it'd be great. I did throw down 3 more blocks and stairs because I wanted to basically know where the center of this place was. It is 13 wide, and so this, the 7th one in, is the center. Figured we could do some kind of different entryway here, so I wanted to set that up. But yeah, I kind of burned through what I had. I just now went on a little run for sticks, and then I ended up by Vortac's place and scooped some more stone. But let's see, what do we want to do here? I kind of want to think about this entrance now a little bit. Now that I put it down, it's kind of got me thinking about some cool ideas there. One of the things that I had talked to Vortac about when it came to his blacksmith shop was the arch there over that entryway, and I like how that works. It looks really cool. This one's 3 wide, so I don't know if I can do that very well. But we can try. Let's it's this guy, right? And is there any other one? No. Oh, there's this one. This is like a big one. Oh, and it's got all kinds of options. Interesting. I wonder if it's like bigger. Okay, let's put this one down because I've never messed with it before. And then let's mess with this one, which I have messed with before. Let's go back here. So let's see if I scroll this, something like that. But of course, it would be higher than that, right? We would want it to be a bit higher. But let's check this other one out. It might just be that this one's thicker. Yeah, okay. But that one still might be kind of cool. So we would need some kind of wall. Oh, but maybe like not just a wall. Maybe something like this. And that's what it could sit on. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so if we did this, and then we did that. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get this up there from here. Shift? No? Do it here, shift? Can't tell. It wants to come up here. I think I need to be like higher. I always have an issue with this. Okay, so anyway, I may have to like make another block to get a good vantage point. And then that could go up and we could do a flat one above it. Some kind of block, hopefully. And then this could just be open. Another way to do it is to just go like these kind of arches like here again and there and there. I don't know, that might be kind of cool to kind of close it in. I'm not really sure. But I think this is pretty cool. I don't want to go too crazy over there just yet. I think I'll leave that as is for now. Won't hammer those into place just in case I change my mind. But I think what I will do is try to get, maybe I'll put some stairs here. Let's actually look at that. Let's see, wood stairs. Let's put you here. I was looking at the spiral stairs. And I just need this as a place to kind of get a vantage point. So I might just put one here for like this space. And I might do one here. I think I can reach from here. Yeah, this should be okay. Let's just experiment real quick. 8, control. There we go. So something like that. That could be pretty cool. And then over here as well. Now it's not letting me do it. It might be because this isn't like built yet. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe I don't. No, I do have resources for it. So something's not wanting to let me do it right now, but that's okay. I just really wanted to get a visual. I think that might be kind of cool. Okay, so here's the sad thing I just found. This wood gate was big, and I was like, oh, that could be cool, but it's 2 wide, not like 3. So it's got me thinking about this, because I could... How would this... See, this is going to be hard, because I'm going to basically be trying to get that skirting out here, and when I do it out here, it's already going to hang. We're going to see the bottom, and I don't know if I can build... you know, attached to the bottom of it. I always had issues with that. So this may be like a bit of a funky corner if I build, especially if I build out one more. But maybe if I reduce this, if I take this row out, we might solve that issue a little bit, and it would be an even length, the fort would be, and then I could use this gate and it would actually be in the center. And this gate could be really cool. I don't know that I want it up front like that. I think I kind of want it in a bit and then have it be like this platform you step up onto and then it's the double doors you walk through. I think that would be pretty cool. So I think I just need to get rid of some things here. I'm going to have to take this stone out, for example. And maybe do double wide stairs here and then kill that last row out there. I'm going to also have to remove this as well. Because this will end up being stone. So anyway, there's definitely some work to do there. I'm gonna have to think about that. How about, well, this side's even. It's 6 wide this direction, but I don't want to put a gate right here, right? Yeah, it's a little too. Yeah, it's a little too close. Okay, so anyway, I've got some deciding to do. I'm either gonna shorten this a bit or not use that gate. Okay, hammered out this block already. It actually didn't take too long, and I just now set these stairs in here. Thought I would kind of hammer these in place and take another peek, because I think we're good. I already took care of the end down there, removed those, and replaced them, so we're kind of set. I think I can like do the gate, which I think would be cool. I thought I'd have to remove this block, but then I realized that it was along the stone trim, so I really just had the one to remove there. So let's think about this. Let's see. I move some things around. The gate. And there is a drawbridge. I've never done anything with that before. Somebody's tempted there. But let's see. If we rotate this, yeah, something like that. That's kind of what I'm thinking. This does have metal parts, which I don't have. Large stone. We've really got the other stuff. Let's do this. I just think it's going to be cool. Yeah, these big doors. There we go. Yeah, I just think that's the proper way. This is the proper way to enter a fort, right? Very cool. Okay, so is that really all we can do? Oh, are we out of timber? Oh yeah, required, installed. Okay, so we just need more timber there, right? I always misread that. I always read that wrong. So anyway, there we go. We've got that door started. I think that's kind of cool. Actually, I'm realizing though, oh yeah. I was like, how do I fill in an angled spot like that? But I think there's, oh yeah, it's like the arch we were looking at. Like I could do something like that over the door on the inside. So that's pretty cool. Let's check this out. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I might want to do something else out here. I don't know if I just want this to be like a little flat spot where you walk up to this door. I might still have some kind of archway out here and still do what I had here, and I removed. Is that in the way of the door? No. Okay, cool. It's right there. Yeah, so we might do something like this. 8. Can I do this from here? I didn't know if it'll snap to let's see, changing types here. Okay, it doesn't snap to the gate. Oh wait, it does. There we go. 10 of 37. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. Okay. Yeah, and then this is like an archway, so it leaves it open, which I think is cool. I don't know if there's any... Oh, you know what? We could do stairs up the side as well. I guess I got rid of those. Where are they at? Here. Let's bring those in here. And then is there any like corner? There's this, but it's like upside down. Can you rotate these around? Let's see. I don't see any other one. Let's bring this one down. This is all stuff I haven't played with before. So what are you talking about, Weem? I was kind of curious if you could like stick that here, but like rotate it. It doesn't look like it. I thought we could flip it around and use it as stairs to walk up. Unless I'm missing something, it doesn't look like it. So I could do something like this. It leaves this weird corner, but maybe I just put a block there, or, you know, a statue on each side. I don't know. We do have the stone and stuff for this. I think, let's just go ahead and put this in. I think that's cool. Something like that. And we could do something again on the corners. I think that could be cool. Alrighty, well, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. I do want to thank Vortac, Mojo, and Kalohe for all the work that they've done gathering things. We're all kind of gathering things, but I've definitely been borrowing quite a bit for this, so it definitely helped me get this thing moving along pretty quickly. I'm pretty happy with how far we came today. I will pick this up again. I don't know if that'll be the next episode or not. I may kind of move on and try something else. I do want to get my own house started somewhere, like have my own home. Maybe I'll put the foundations down for that in the next episode. I'm not really sure. This may just pull me back into it, though, because I'm having a lot of fun working on this. But let me know what you guys think of this place down in the comments. Any suggestions or anything. If you think this looks cool. This could be a great hall right here in the middle, but there may be some other purposes. Maybe there's some things we can do on the ends. These could be rooms, for example, maybe for food storage on this side, you know, in this this like 2x4 right here, and maybe the 2x4 down on this end is for something else right in this area, and then the middle part is the great hall. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I also need to get probably some spiral stairs somewhere, and I like things to be very symmetrical, so if I put them on one side, I'll probably put them in the same spot on the other. Yeah, lots of stuff we can do here. Very excited to see how this thing progresses, and I hope you guys come back for it. Thanks for watching as always. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you next time.